Hi students, I welcome you all for control system lectures. In the previous class, we have seen the methodology to design a controller using root locus method. We also formed the relationship of pole location with respect to different required specifications. The required specifications are zeta, omega n, percentage overshoot, right, settling time, natural frequency omega n, and damping natural frequency omega d. So we have seen the relationship of different parameters with respect to the pole location, right? And we have concluded that the pole location should be in certain region. If you are using all the methods, all the relationships, using all those relationships, we formed some area where we have to match our pole, we have to locate our pole. I mean, we have to fix our pole such that all the required specifications are met, right? So this is for settling time, and yeah, this one. So we have given all the required specifications included, and we got some region where all the specifications met such that our closed loop system is in our desired operation, right? So today's class will go through a numerical problem, right? So we'll just locate the region, this region, okay, with respect to k. As I mentioned earlier, you have as a controller point of view, your controller can be any expression. It can be a gain, simple gain k, or it can be a transfer function, right? In terms of transfer function, it can have a pole 0, right? So let us see how to adjust k value for a given problem. So it was given open loop transfer function g of s is equal to s plus zero point 0.2 by s square plus 0.01 s plus 0.025. So this is the given transfer function, open loop transfer function, right? So for this open loop transfer function, the performance design a controller controller can be anything. Design a controller gain here. So we are bothered only of k. Okay. Design a controller gain k such that a percentage overshoot. Okay. Percentage overshoot. I'll write it as percentage PO. Okay. Should be less than 20%. And the settling time TS should be less than 10 seconds with zeta damping ratio as 0.1 and oscillation frequency will be less than zero point 0.1 radians per second. So all these specifications are with respect to the methodology which we gave here actually. So for a given example, I just gave the specification so that it will be easy for me to explain you, because it's already been explained in the previous lecture. So if they give any example, they can give any kind of overshoot, settling time, zeta, right? So they can give any value. For those values, you have to get that particular relationship with respect to pole, and then you can proceed designing k value. Okay. So for example, this is the open loop solution. This is the open loop system they mentioned. So we have to design k value for g of s, right? Unity feedback, r of s, and y of s. So if you substitute that y of s by r of s Substitute g of s and k. What you will get is s plus 0.2 into k, that is g of s by e of s into k by 1 plus g of s into k. Okay, I am writing the final expression. It just substitute and solve systematically, and I am writing the final expression. You will get x square plus 0.01 s plus 0.025 plus s plus zero point 0.2 into k. This is what you will get. So this is nothing but closed loop equation, and this is nothing but the characteristic equation. Now we have to select the k in the denominator. Denominator are the poles, right? So denominator basically we need to adjust the k value such that if you are adjusting k value, what happens? The pole location will vary. Such that if you are designing for certain k value, so pole location usually, if at all you have a pole somewhere here for open loop, I'll just mention the poles also, it will be easy. I'll show it in a MATLAB, better to show it in a MATLAB. So usually if you have this k value in the denominator, this k value is chosen such that your pole, wherever it lies in this region, will be shifted to this particular black region. Okay, so manually how can I do that? Manually, if you want to do that, you have to find the characteristic equation. We need to select the k value such that the given specifications are met. So for this, to calculate, k usually will be given as 1 by g of s. Magnitude for s equal to desired s. So desired s means desired pole location actually. So how to get the desired pole location? Initially, draw a root locus for the given transfer function, given open loop transfer function. Actually, I explained how to draw a root locus in the second unit itself. So just follow that procedure, and if you draw the root locus will look this way. I'm just writing the root locus directly, and after getting the root locus, how your poles will be. This is one pole, here is one pole, and you have a pole at 0 at minus 0.2 it is. Okay, then you have another pole here. You have only two poles, and it's second order, right? Yeah, it is second order equation. You have two poles and one zero. So these are poles, complex poles, and you have one zero. So if you draw a root locus will start at pole. It will enter a real axis, and one pole will tend towards 0, and this particular pole will tend towards infinity. So just follow the procedure and draw the root locus for the given transfer function. You will get this kind of root locus. Now, based on the given specifications, given design specifications, draw the allowable region. So how to draw that allowable region is, since I considered the same specifications which I gave it in the previous class, so the region would be more or less the same value, same region you will get. If you consider these particular specifications, all the specifications, you will get the same thing. So what we'll do, we'll represent all these things here. This is for a percentage overshoot, and here is for, sorry, here is for just try clearly, sorry. right? Okay, then one more thing is here omega d. So our region is this one. Our region of operation is this one. You have to select the k value such that this root locus, when it is starting from here, where this root locus is coming here, this root locus is coming towards this point here, from here to this point, and it is tending towards infinity, and this pole is coming here, entering our allowable region and going towards the right side. Okay, so now our pole, desired pole should be somewhere in this region, in this particular root locus itself. So it can be anything here or here or here, okay, which satisfies all the required specifications. Okay, now if you select here, let us consider this is the location when you are varying the value of k. Your k, once it reaches this particular point, all the required specifications will be obtained. Okay, at that particular point, your desired S will be S desired, the pole location, okay, will be at minus 0.376 plus or minus 0.0974 I. Okay, from actually this is the region. It will vary from minus 3.76 to plus 3.76. Imaginary pole, imaginary line, it will be varying from minus 0.0974 to plus 0.0974. Okay, in imaginary point. Okay, so once we get the design, what we need to get for the calculating k value is substitute this particular desired k value. K is equal to 1 by g of s. Okay, magnitude as s equal to desired s, desired pole. Okay, substitute that s term here. Now substitute that, what you will get? Point 0.37 plus this is g of s. Okay, you have to take inverse of it. If you are considering g of s, substitute s wherever s is there, you substitute that. Okay, s plus 0.2 is there, so 0.37 plus 0.97974 I. Okay, plus 0.2, pointers 0.2 divided by is 9. Okay, is 9 divided by magnitude of minus 3.7 plus 0.974 square plus 0.01 into minus 3 magnitude of 0.37 plus 0.974 I plus 0.025. That is nothing but the g of s. Just substitute 1 by g of s and take the magnitude of it. This is magnitude of g of s. When you are taking magnitude, what you need to take is root of a square plus b square. Okay, once you take that a square plus b square and solve for this value and write the k will be 1 by g of s magnitude. You will get the k value around 0.742. Okay, at this particular k value, your desired specifications are met. That is how you need to design a controller k. Now what we'll do, we'll show all these things in MATLAB. I'll show it in MATLAB. Same problem I'll consider in MATLAB. Okay, I'll show how it actually behaves. So stepwise we'll go. I already wrote the equation, wrote the plant, everything I wrote it and kept it ready. We'll go stepwise. Now, so I'll just comment all these things. R, control R. So initially, I'll give a g of s. So you need to define the numerator, denominator, and write the transfer function g equal to tf of num by den. That gives the transfer function, right? MATLAB is a bit slow. Hold on. Yeah, see, you can see the transfer function here. S plus 0.2 divided by s square plus 0.01 s plus 0.025. Actually, our transfer function is 0.025. Okay, I'll rerun it. Okay, so you can see the transfer function. Now what we'll do, we'll check the open loop transfer function. So if you are drawing a open loop plot, if you take open loop plot, check how the plot actually looks. So design specifications, as I mentioned, design specifications are 20% overshoot. But if you see here, it is actually going for open loop. This is the steady state, and I mentioned 10% should be the steady state, right? 10 seconds should be the steady state. But if you see this, the steady state is going to 1800, around 800. Similarly, for the overshoot, if you see, it is actually 100%. It is going to 16 from 8. So 100% overshoot. But for our specifications, what we gave is 20% overshoot. Right? Now let us draw the root locus for that. Okay. Just nothing. We just need to draw a root locus. Plot it. Once you plot the root locus, yeah, you can see here, this is the root locus. This is the root locus where the poles and the zeros are mentioned. See, you can see this green line. This pole is going in this direction. Here it is diverging and going towards infinity, and this pole is coming towards breaking point at point 44 and coming towards the 0. Okay, so that is how the root locus. And if you see the root locus, just a minute. Now what I'll do, I'll draw that specifications as per our specifications. I'll just show the how the specifications actually looks. In this root locus, I'll show how the specifications, actually design specifications, if you draw the specifications as per the previous class is concerned, I'll show how it actually looks. Okay, ready? Oh, yeah, till here. Control T. I'll just comment this point. Okay, I'll comment. You run that, see, you can see now root locus, and I mentioned all the points based on the design specifications. The blue line tells the design specifications with respect to the overshoot, and this red line is with respect to natural frequency omega d, right? Natural frequency, and this green lines are based on the oscillating frequency, right? So based on all these specifications, our root is our root should be selected. Root means pole should be selected in this region. Okay, if you select region here, see, if you see all the specifications, you can see for the given g value, gain means k value. Gain is nothing but the k, and at this point, when I am selected the point here, that point gives the pole as minus 0.0098 plus 0.19164, and here actually damping is 0.05 and overshoot is 82%. That is why you are getting a closed loop response like this. See, their pole location is actually, I'll show it again. See, if you see the pole here, when I'm selecting the pole here, the overshoot of the pole at this point is giving 82% of overshoot. That is why your response, step response, is having the overshoot almost 100%. Okay, then if you are actually increasing this value going towards this point, just keep on going this way. See, you can check the values of k, g. I am selecting the points, different points. You can see here which satisfies the overshoot. See, actually desired overshoot is 20%. Now it is 6%. So that means overshoot is satisfied, but it is not satisfying the damping. Damping and frequency. What is our desired frequency? It should be point less than zero point 0.1. And what will be the damping which I mentioned is 0.1. But if you see the damping is 0.6 here. So just vary, just go it this way. So from here you can observe by varying the pole value, from here, if you keep on increasing, changing it, you can see how the gain value is varying, and pole location also you will get it here. See, when I am entering that green line where all the design specifications are met, at that particular point you are getting the gain value as 0.748, and respective pole is minus 3.74 plus 0.0923i. So what we are doing is we are substituting this pole in 1 by g of s, in g of s, and calculating the magnitude to compute, so that we will get the gain value if you are doing it theoretically. So that's how we get controller gain k by using root locus method.